Hey guys, today we are going to do a class on yoga for competitive runners. It's fitting for me. I'm really passionate about this. I really do think that yoga can propel you into new PRs. So today's class is going to focus on that. You can also check the description box of this video because I am adding a PDF for an article I wrote that will explain the benefits and exactly how yoga can propel you to a PR. So definitely check out that PDF, that little article. It's like 5 pages or something. And it's very scientific because I'm an engineer, so I like to bring physiology and math into everything. So check that out. But right now we're going to do the practice for yoga for runners. So come join me on the mat, face me. We're going to start in kneeling dorsiflexion. So just kneeling here, your ankles are at a right angle or even further flexed. And we're just stretching out the backs of the ankles right now with this, and we'll take some neck rolls. So we're going to start out by creating a stretch in all of the tight lower body muscles, which means the front and the backs of the legs we're going to work today. Go ahead and switch directions. And then we're also going to do a little bit of core work because we know that the core stabilizes us when we run and it'll help prevent injury. So we're going to do that as well. But for the first 10 minutes or so, go ahead and come back through center. We're just going to stretch it out. So it's time to relax, put on relaxing music, and just enjoy this time. Go ahead and tilt forward so that you can come onto the tops of the ankles this time, tops of the feet. You can kneel here with your butt on your heels, or if you're a little bit more flexible, which is rare for runners, especially when they're starting their yoga practice. But if it's accessible for you, you can widen your ankles a little bit and sit in between your ankles. And this is Virasana, Hero's Pose. And so we stretch the back of the ankles, and now we're just stretching the front. And we'll go ahead and take some shoulder rolls here, backwards. Go at your own pace. Find your Ujjayi breath here. So we're starting to inhale and exhale through the nose and create an ocean sound. And reverse the arms. Great job. Go ahead and sit up. We'll come into tabletop on the mat. We're pressing into our hands here, preparing for a down dog, but we'll just stretch out the hips a little bit here. So from your tabletop, I'm inhaling, coming forward, and exhaling, sweeping back, and I'm going to start creating clockwise circles. Inhale forward. Exhale, sitting back into a child's pose. Inhale forward. I'm just continuing on my own breath. My fingers are spread wide. My knuckles are pressed into the mat. You can close your eyes and feel into your body here. This is a great sensing pose to find out exactly what your body needs today. So if you feel some tenderness when you go around to the IT band, which is like these side sections, go ahead and pause and feel into that IT band and stretch out further. Go ahead and switch directions. This is a fitting practice for me today because I just ran 15 miles this morning. So I'm very much feeling tightness and needing to stretch. If you read that article that's posted, you'll see that post-run is really the best time for yoga. It's when you can get the most benefits and really relax because the repeated contractions of the front and back lower body can really tighten everything up. So I'm going to pause when I reach the back again, semi-child's pose, and then I'll press up into downward facing dog. In your down dog, the most important thing is to press deeply into the hands and roll the shoulders back. So it's like you're pressing the floor away. It's like a mini handstand. And then, of course, we want the hips high so you can come up onto the balls of the toes, bend the knees, get the hips really high, and then start to sink down the heels and straighten the legs and try to keep those hips really high, taking out a bend in the lower back. I mean, you'll see when you look at my videos, like right now, my down dog doesn't look like an Instagram model's down dog, but believe me, I'm stretching out my calves. And from our down dog, we'll just walk to the top of the mat and hang here. And then roll up slowly. Find your mountain pose. Breathe easy. We're going to start to flow. We're going to start taking sun salutations. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend the knees, and we're going to hop to our hands. So try to have a moment of weightlessness as you float up. And then fold. And rise up through center. Hands to heart. Breathe easy. We're going to do that again. This is great to just warm our muscles, so make sure you're keeping with that Ujjayi breath so that can assist warming the whole body and getting a deeper stretch. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. You can step back again into plank. I'm going to plant the palms and jump back into chaturanga, right angle with the arms. And then we'll all meet upward dog. Heart is shining through, crown of the head is reaching up. Exhale, down dog. Already, we should feel warmer in our down dog, a little bit more comfortable. Go ahead, look up, exhale. Hop to the hands, halfway rise, and forward fold. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Great job, we're gonna do that one more time. Inhale, arms rise, back bend here. Look to the hands, and forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, I'm gonna chaturanga. You can plank. We'll all meet in upward facing dog. And down dog. This time, I'm going to take my right foot up into the air, and then I'm going to put it on the back of the left heel to help sink that heel into the ground and get a nice deep calf stretch here. Right leg comes back up and finds the ground, and we'll reverse that. Left foot rises up and sinks into the right heel, stretching the right calf. Again, we're still pressing into our hands, pressing the floor away, getting our shoulders nice and elongated away from the ears. Left leg rises and comes back down. Inhale here. Bottom of the exhale, hop forward, half forward fold, and forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Hands to heart. Now comes the fun part. We're going to play with balance, so face me. Let's find our feet first. So let's stand even into the feet, hip distance apart. Tilt a little forward onto the balls of the feet. Great. Tilt back, tilt to the left, and tilt to the right. And now take a little circle clockwise and counterclockwise, and then find stillness in the center. Take your left foot off to the side. Bend into the right knee a little bit, and then straighten it out. We're really balanced in this leg here. We're going to take tree pose. So your left toes can come here to the calf. They can come up here to the inner thigh, or you can take a half lotus if that's in your practice. Press this knee away a little bit. Firm up this leg, so press inner thigh against foot so that you get a little taller. Your torso should be lifted here, and then your arms can lift up. If this is easy, go ahead and look towards the ceiling. If you shake and fall down, get right back into it. That means you're working. That means you're finding that edge, which is great. If you haven't fallen yet and you need more of a challenge, go ahead and bring the hands towards the center and close your eyes. See, that's where it gets you. Press, press, press the foot into the leg. Shake around. It's fine. Great job. And we'll lower down. Excellent work. And now take the right toes out. Now you know exactly where your limit is. Bend into that left foot. Find your balance. Go ahead and take the leg where it wants to go. Bring the arms up if that's where you went last time. If this is too hard for you, you can put your hands on a wall behind you. And this is great because it's the symmetrical support. So it's better than leaning one hand against the wall because it's teaching you to balance your left, right. So you can do this, or you can rise the hands up, or you can bring your hands to heart and close your eyes. Spreading the toes will help here to activate the muscles in your foot. Excellent work. One more breath here. And we'll come down. Good job. One more balance move today. So if that was a challenge, if you were falling out of it, that's great. I want you to keep on doing that. Keep falling out of tree and getting right back into it. If that wasn't as hard as you want, or you just wanted a little switch up, go ahead and come with me to eagle. But again, take tree a second time if that was enough of a challenge. We will start on the right foot again. Left toes come out. In this pose, spread the right toes really wide. Wrap the left foot around. Tuck the toes behind the calf and sink low. Once you're comfortable here, go ahead and wrap the left arm under the right and hands, palms meet in the middle. In this pose, we want elbows to reach up so we get a nice little arch in the back, and that lets us sink our seat a little bit lower. And in this pose too, you can close your eyes if you need more of a challenge. And come out. And now we'll do that second side. Right toes come out. Spread the left toes wide. Feel supported. Wrap the right foot around. Sink low. Wrap the right arm under. And elbows rise up. And once you feel balanced, go ahead and close your eyes to play. Great job. Come up. Good job there. Okay, now we're going to stretch it out finally. Get a little of a deeper, slower release. Come back to the front of your mat. Arms rise. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Left foot comes back. Find low lunge. In your low lunge, your knee can actually be beyond the ankle. It's only in the high lunge that we're concerned with that. So in the low lunge, we're trying to stretch the left hip flexor here and the right ankle. So that's why we want this to be able to go a little further. You can press into the right quadricep to let yourself rise up a little taller, a little more proud. And we're going to stay down here and we're not even going to lift the arms because I want us to be relaxed here. Breathe easy. And lower the hands down. Walk the right foot to the outside edge of the mat. We have a few variations for lizard here, so you can stay right here. You can lower the forearms down. Here we want a straight back, so make sure the crown of the head is reaching forward. We're not coming to the outside edge of this foot yet. Now we'll all come back up. You can go up to the outside of this foot now and reach this knee away if that's comfortable. If you don't want extra pressure, you don't need to add the arm. And if you're comfortable here, swing the arm up and back, and you can catch the foot. This grab is going to add a left quad stretch, but it's also going to help open the chest. So if you kick away with this hand or with this foot and this hand a little bit, then you're allowing yourself to open up towards the ceiling. You can look up and get a nice back bend. It's a beautiful twisting back bend, so it's going to detox a little too. And we'll stay here another few breaths because I love this pose. Two more breaths. Drop the back leg if that was up. And twist back towards center. This time, the foot's coming back towards the center. And we're walking backwards and taking a half split. So you can tuck the toes so we can just sit right back on that heel because this is supposed to be a really restorative half split. And if you're really tight in the hips like me, this is your half split. I'm feeling it in my hamstring right now. But if you need more of a stretch, go ahead and sink your forehead to that knee. Fold deeply in this pose if that's accessible to you. And we can walk back up through center, plant the palms, relax that left foot, the top of that foot into the mat. This time we're walking the right toes behind the left ankle, and we're going to come into pigeon pose. So to give yourself a little bit more space, you can lift up off the back knee to just give you a second to adjust. Ideally in pigeon pose, we have the shin parallel. So all the way here. But you can go at any angle that's comfortable for you. So you can bring your leg back 45 degrees if that lets you be a little bit more relaxed. It is going to be less of a stretch that way. So find your comfortable limit so we can relax in this pose. And then sink forward when you're ready. I don't really have a lot of space to extend my arms out, but go ahead and we're going to take sleepy pigeon here. So your hands can stretch far out as if in child's pose. Your forehead can come to a block. I don't have blocks right now, so I'm just sinking right into the ground. Sink however deep is comfortable for you. Only come down to your forehead if you can relax in this pose. Your hips should be even, uplifted. So your right hip will only be on the ground if you're super flexible here. Don't lose your easy ujjayi breath here. Stay relaxed. Thank yourself for a second for practicing today, because this practice will definitely help you relax, restore, lengthen the legs, and also strengthen the core, which we'll get to in a minute. But it's just so good for an all-around, well-rounded yoga practice for runners. And if you did this every day, it would completely halt injuries. It would be so good. Go ahead and rise up. Oh, I love all those stretches. That's like this series of 4 stretches that I absolutely love because I'm a runner and it's what I need. So we'll go ahead and rise through down dog and shake it out real quick. Plant through the hands, tuck the left toes, and lift up. Coming to your down dog, you can stay here and pedal out the heels if that's what your body's needing. Or if you want to shake out that right hip, you can go ahead and take little hip circles. Just stretch out. Just loosen up what we just stretched so deeply. Great job. Lower that down. Left foot comes forward. We have a second side, so we're going to repeat all those great stretches. Find Anjaneyasana. Sink low. This is a beautiful pose. Roll the shoulders back. Try to tuck the hips a little under to make sure you're getting that stretch in the right hip flexors. Let your hands come down to the inside this time. Walk the left foot out. I'm going to actually move a little over this way because I'm running into this wall. And we'll take lizard pose. So first we're going to keep this foot centered. You can stay here or you can lower down onto your forearms, onto a block, whatever's comfortable for you. Come back up. Stay here or blade open this leg so you're coming out to the outside of that foot. Go ahead and press the left knee away if that feels good. If you're just dying for more of a twist, more of a stretch, go ahead and reach for the right toes. This is such an amazing stretch when you can do it. It feels so good to just open up add that quad stretch in. But it does take time to learn. I probably, I'm pretty inflexible as is. And when I started, I was even more inflexible. So this used to be completely inaccessible for me. If that's you, I think with time, it will become a favorite pose of yours. We all just need time to open up more deeply. And that's the great thing about yoga. It teaches you patience and happiness in the moment. Take another 2 breaths. If you're really twisting here, open up towards the sky, look towards the sky. And then drop the right foot back. Come back through center. Walk the left toes in. And we're taking a half split on this side. So walking the hands back until we can sit on the right heel. If this is not enough of a stretch for you, go ahead and walk the hands forward. Forehead aims towards the knee. Two more breaths. And then walk back forward. Pigeon second side. This is the pose runners hate to love. Walk the left toes behind the right foot. Go ahead and lower that knee. Go ahead and bring this foot a little bit farther back if that angle isn't working for you. Stretch up, get a little back bend. Look behind you, make sure your right leg is straight out behind you and not splaying out to the side. We want to keep the hips centered, and if the hips aren't centered, that's what happens. So go ahead and tuck that in towards the center line, and then stretch down, finding a block or forehead to ground. Two more breaths. Oh, feels so good. Walk back up. Planting the palms, tucking the right toes, lifting up strong through the hips into down dog. Pedal out the heels real quick, or lift the left foot and take some easy hip circles just to loosen everything back up. And find stillness in your down dog. Root through the knuckles. Again, pushing through the hands to draw the shoulders away from the ears. We are going to try to float to a seat. So you can watch me first if you haven't done this before. We're just going to an easy cross-legged for a second. So on the bottom of an exhale, pressing into the hands and floating to a seat. Come join me, and we will take boat. So the easiest boat you can take is to come here and shins parallel to the ground, rolling the shoulders back, holding onto the hamstrings. This is a nice boat. I'm engaging my abs. If you want to tap them and feel your own strength, go ahead and do that. Stay here or extend the legs out straight, arms to the sides. And now to challenge you, right foot is going to come a foot higher than the left foot. And then we'll reverse that. Point the toes, neck long, back through center, feet together, and lower down, low boat. My heels are off the ground, my head is off the ground. Go ahead and take a bend if you need it, otherwise straight out. A few more breaths. 2 more breaths. Great job, lower all the way down. We're gonna do one kind of Pilates move here to throw it in, but it's a ballet move. It's really graceful, so it fits into a yoga practice. Go ahead and bring your feet up, cross the ankles. Your head can be on the ground. If that was too challenging for you, that boat, go ahead and stay here. If you need more of a challenge, go ahead and lift the head up. Inhale, arms or legs long. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale out. Exhale in. Follow your own breath. Keep it up. Great job. Your core is going to be so strong after this. Go ahead and pat your belly again. Feel your strength. A few more. Great job. 2 more. Lower the head down if it's up. Reverse that cross. Give yourself a moment to rest. And then lift back up. And second side. Inhale out. Exhale in. Follow your own breath. In running, when you swing your leg through, it's all obliques to stabilize your trunk and not hurt your back or your shoulders or your neck while your body is being imbalanced, thrusting one leg forward. So this kind of work is oh so great to strengthen that out and prepare you. And the next time you're out, stay out. If your head's up, give me crunches. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Great job, lower down. Whew. That was probably harder than you were expecting, and I'm sorry if that's the case. So impressed. Bring your feet in a little bit closer. We are going to take a bridge, but we're going to take a narrow bridge. So our ankles are staying together, our knees are staying together, and we are lifting up. If it's in your practice to bind, go ahead and bind your hands under you. Shuffle your shoulders under your body a little bit more so you can thrust your hips a little higher. And stay here. Great job. We're taking narrow bridge because that's starting to activate our inner thighs. In running, we're working a lot of the front and the back of the body, but not really the side body. So that's what we're trying to do today. In like soccer and other sports, you get some lateral movement, but in running, you really don't. So we're balancing out the low legs today by working a little bit on the sides. And now, if this wasn't hard enough, go ahead and come with me. If it's too hard, go ahead, lower down, take a break, and come back when you're ready. I'm going to take some pulses. So, ankles are staying together. Inhale, knees wide. Exhale, knees together. Inhale, wide. Exhale, together. I'm just butterflying here. Go with your own breath. Excellent work. Next time you're out, stay out, and we'll pulse. So I'm staying towards the outside, but just flapping still, flapping like a butterfly. I'm really feeling my gluteus medius and my inner thighs here. So gluteus medius is just kind of like the side butt area. So if you're feeling that too, you're getting stronger. Great job. Now we'll take some full ones again. We're almost done, don't worry. Hip points towards the sky, neck long, looking straight up towards the ceiling. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you come back up through center, hold strong. Hip points even up higher. Great job. 2 breaths. Knees together. And lower all the way down. Great job. Now we're going to flip over. I have one more strengthening move for you. I know you can do it. We're so close. Don't worry. We're coming just onto our side. And we're going to take a side plank. So in case you didn't feel that gluteus medius, we're going to work it now. We're working the whole outer thigh now. So I'm pressing up into plank. Easier variation is staying on the knee on the bottom leg. This leg has to be straight out because we're about to work it. And then this hand towards the sky. If you think this will be too easy, go ahead and lift up into full side plank. Great job. Find stillness. And then lift that top leg. Point those toes. I know we're tired at this point. We won't hold this long, don't worry. Three more breaths. Lower that top leg. Come onto your front plank. Hips high. I'm going to do a little dance here to move to the other side of my mat. You can play with me if you don't like stillness. I don't like isometric holds. I don't like holding plank and stuff like that. So if you need some motion, take some motion. And from here, onto my forearms and into my side plank. Option to lower this knee. And once you're steady, lift the top leg. This is the last hard move. Then we're just going to relax. Shavasana is so close, guys. 3 breaths. Plane towards the front of the room. No tilting side to side. And lower down. Great job. Find a seat. Okay, we're going to twist. Take your left leg in. Cross the left leg over the right. Tuck in the right foot. Hands up through center. And twist to the left. If it's in your practice to bind here, the hand is going through the legs. And you're grabbing on. We want to keep the left hip planted into the ground and the, look at that, left big toe planted into the ground as well. Crown of the head, reaching towards the ceiling. Inhale, rise up a little bit taller. Exhale, twist a little bit more towards the back and keep your gaze towards the back of the room. 2 more breaths. Keep your feet where they are. Go ahead and rotate around till you're at a forward fold towards the back of the room. Great job. Shake it out. We're going to keep on twisting. twisting around. This time, I'm in the opposite direction. So your right foot should be on top, your right leg should be on top. And so you can twist now over to the right. Inhale, arms up, and twist. This time your right big toe should be into the ground. If it's in your practice, go ahead and thread the arm through and take a bind. Look towards the back of the room. Twist a little deeper on the exhales. Two more breaths. And go ahead and come back through center. Legs straight out in front of you, shake them out. Find staff pose. From here, if you have a wall, we're going to use a wall. Trying to think which is, this will probably obstruct with my feet. This is probably a high enough poster. So I'm scooting my butt towards the wall, swinging my legs over to find legs on wall pose. And you can scoot until your hips are as close as possible to that wall, and then relax. If you're not flexible enough for this yet, then go ahead and take some more distance between the wall and your feet, or just micro bend the legs. If you don't have a wall near you right now, you can put your feet up on a block, or sorry, not your feet, your hips up on a block, just like this. And that'll keep your legs up in the air really easily. So you won't have to push or anything. Grab a strap, put your legs up that way. And if you really have nothing, just go like this and hold on to your legs for a sec. We're really just trying to get a mild inversion here. So if you had a hard run at some point today, if you have a hard run tomorrow, whatever, lactic acid buildup might be in your legs, and we're just letting everything drain, all that inflammation drain out of my legs, back to my heart now. So relaxing here. You can put a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly. If it feels good to just monitor your breathing and relax. Our belly should be swelling on the inhale and dropping effortlessly on the exhale. I could stay here forever. This feels so good. I hope that wasn't too hard for you, all the ab work. I don't know. I shouldn't really market classes as like post-run relaxing classes if they have a ton of ab work in it. My bad. Look fondly at your legs right now. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate, if you're a runner, that your legs carry you such amazing distances. Your little feet pounding away for you. Appreciate all that your body can do. You're amazing for pushing yourself to your limit in running, trying for new times and new distances. That's such a fun pastime to push your limits. It's fun to see what we're capable of because we're capable of so much. I mean, sometimes we get hyper competitive and we think like, oh my gosh, I didn't break 18 minutes in the 5K if you're a girl, or like 16 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever if you're a guy. And we think like, oh, I can't believe this. Like, I'm doing so poorly this season if you're in high school or college. But you just need to take a step back and think like, oh my gosh, when I started running 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, like in my first year of running, would I ever think that I am where I am right now? Like, even if you're in the second month of running, Like, just think about it. You as a beginner, like stepping onto the pavement or the trail for the first day, you would never think that you would be capable of all that you are today. So appreciate that. Cherish yourself. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of whatever amazing times, distances, training schedules you've like dedicated yourself to. And we'll go ahead and lower down. Find yourself centered on the mat, because we'll take happy baby, but we'll shift right into Shavasana. So get yourself ready for that. Happy baby, what a great pose. In happy baby, your shoulders should be on the mat, and so should your tailbone, but what can you do? Some runners aren't going to get there. It's a little bit easier if you take your peace fingers and wrap them around your big toes. That just lets you have like a tiny bit more space, so that maybe you can lower your tailbone to the ground and your shoulders to the ground. Pulling in, getting a nice stretch. And like I was just saying, I mean, about appreciating how far you've come. Like happy baby, it's meant to be. It's actually translated from Sanskrit. It actually is blissful baby. So I like that. We're trying to feel lighthearted here. Whatever stresses we have in our adult lives, it's okay. We can like relax a little bit, because we're all doing great. Feel peaceful. And then whenever you're ready, legs come down. Find Shavasana. Your feet are a little bit wider than your hips. And then toes are splaying out to the sides. Your arms are down to the sides of your bodies, giving yourself a little space. You can roll the shoulders back. You can kind of heel your feet out a little bit farther if you want some more space in the spine. And relax. Thank you so much for joining me, sharing your practice with me today. We're runners. We're united by the universal cause of insanity, maybe? Relax. Relax your eyelids. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax your temples. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Let your chest sink into the ground. Let your hips sink into the ground. Let your arms sink into the ground. Let your heels sink into the ground. Let your quads relax. Let your belly relax. Let your feet relax. Let your whole body relax. When you're ready, wiggle the hands, wiggle the toes, shake your head no. And roll to one side using your bicep as a pillow. Resting here for a moment lets your heart rate rise just a little bit so that it's not so jarring when you sit up. Because hopefully in Shavasana, we've gone into a deep state of relaxation and your heartbeat has slowed. So now we can slide ourselves up and come to whatever seat's comfortable. Oh, thank you for practicing with me today. I'm really happy that I got to share my practice with a fellow runner or aspiring runner if you're not there yet. So thank you. Thumb knuckles to third eye. Bow forward. Namaste. Great practice today. I've made one other runner video before. It was called Post-Run Yoga, so you can check that video out here. I mean, let's be real, I'm a runner, so all my videos are kind of for runners. So definitely subscribe and check out my other videos. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me and hopefully sharing it with me again sometime. Namaste.